Since its founding in 1985, Studio Ghibli has been on the bleeding edge of modern animation. Whether tackling a somber meditation on everyday life or orchestrating full-scale fantasy battles, these films are known for their soaring creativity, stunning visuals, and heart. Studio Ghibli films have made their streaming debut in the West with the release of HBO Max. You can watch almost all of them online for the first time. To mark the occasion, we've ranked all 22 films in the catalog, starting with the ones that could have been better, right up to the absolute masterpieces. Here's every Studio Ghibli film ranked. Even the greatest studios occasionally have a misfire. Tales from Earthsea is a cluttered adaptation of its source material and was the first directorial effort of Goro Miyazaki, son of the legendary Hayao Miyazaki, who co-founded the studio. The film is beautifully animated but difficult to follow, and attempts to cram too much epic fantasy narrative into one film. It's still one of the most action-packed entries in the library and well worth watching for anime fans. The Cat Returns is a perfectly lovely children's film, though at 75 minutes long, this dreamy sequel to Whisper of the Heart feels a little rushed. When Haru stops a cat from being run over, she discovers he is actually Prince Loon of the Cat Kingdom. Journeying to the Cat Kingdom, she is offered the prince's hand in marriage, but when she begins to become a cat herself, Haru finds herself racing to escape before losing her humanity. My Neighbors the Yamadas is a family-based comedy adapted from the popular Japanese comic. It follows the antics of the Yamada's family as they cook, work, struggle over the remote, and fight off bikers. What it lacks in traditional Ghibli magic, it makes up for with its relatability.
In this world, there's an invisible magic circle. There's an inside and an outside. And I'm outside.
When Marnie Was There builds on the themes of childhood illness and isolation and becomes a reflective fantasy with a mysterious twist. After an asthma attack, a young girl is forced to move to a small town by the sea. Things seem hopeless until she meets a ghost. The hyper-realistic animation grounds the world while injecting moments of magic. When Marnie Was There is a somber, beautiful film, but it may be too heavy for some kids. From Up on Poppy Hill is a gorgeous coming-of-age period piece. Set before the 1964 Olympic Games, viewers join two high school students trying to save a beloved landmark. But behind the scenes, the duo learns an important lesson about love. The score is straight out of a classic Hollywood love story, full of jazzy horns and bright drums with occasional bouts of a cappella. The film's clever surprises, soundtrack, and an unexpected lesson in Japanese history make this an unsung gem in the Ghibli catalog. This 1993 made-for-TV movie is one of the true treasures of HBO Max, as it was never formally released in the US until now. On a trip home from his high school reunion, Taku reflects on his final year of school and the love triangle that defined it. At 72 minutes, Ocean Waves is a brisk love story that doesn't waste time. Instead, it uses nostalgia to build a hilarious and poignant romance, and the minimalist animation adds a dreamy quality to an otherwise grounded story. Ariete is just like every teen. She's curious, adventurous, and clashes with her folks. The only catch is she's just a few inches tall. Living deep in the walls of a suburban home, her family spends their days hiding from the homeowners and scrounging for supplies.
We've been seen, and borrowers aren't supposed to be seen.
Everything is fine until Ariete meets 12-year-old Sean, who moves into her home. Unlike other takes on borrowers' stories, the secret world of Ariete never feels like a kid's movie. Instead, it builds a mature yet family-friendly adventure all ages will love. A shy 14-year-old girl named Shizuku has a vivid fantasy life and dreams of becoming a writer. Then she meets Seiji, a neighborhood boy who flusters and frustrates her in equal measure. Using mind-bending fantasy sequences to augment the character's arc, Whisper of the Heart cleverly recreates the tension of youth. Hayao Miyazaki's career output is known for its anti-violence messages, so you might find it strange he'd make a film about the designer of Japanese fighter jets in World War II. Jiro Horikoshi is portrayed as a man of science who dreams of a day when his inventions will move beyond military uses. In keeping with Miyazaki's history of pacifism, the film doesn't shy away from the horrors of war, including the inventor's planes being used in kamikaze attacks. Complicated, breathtakingly animated, and bold, The Wind Rises is a masterpiece of adult animation. The beautiful insanity of Pom Poko might push some parents to the limit. This family film stands proudly on the line between absurdist humor and social commentary, and tells the story of nature versus capitalism. The Tanuki are a mysterious, mystic tribe of playful, raccoon-like creatures with big eyes and massive testicles. With their numbers ravaged by time, the Tanuki live quiet lives until housing developers come for their homes. Suddenly, it's all-out war as the fuzzy tricksters set out to save their world. Truly the strangest movie in the Studio Ghibli archive, it's only inappropriate for kids if you can't explain cultural differences. For everyone else, enjoy the most underrated title in the Ghibli canon. A legendary World War I fighting ace makes his post-war living as a bounty hunter, chasing rogue air pirates. He lives a humble life with a catch. He's been cursed with the head of a pig, perfectly mixing classic combat movie tropes with cutting-edge animation that's still impressive. Porco Rosso is an action-adventure treat. If these high-flying airplane battles don't fill you with wonder, consult a doctor. Only Yesterday is a subtle story about the compromises we make between youth and adulthood, told across one woman's vacation. Taiko Okajima is career-focused, leaving little time for romance or travel. She sets out on her first trip outside of Tokyo to visit her sister's family. On the train, she begins to have dreams of her youth. As they continue through her vacation, she begins to question the life she's built. The film is a beautiful, meditative change of pace from Ghibli's typical adventures. Picking an artistic high watermark for Studio Ghibli is nearly impossible, but visually speaking, The Tale of the Princess Kaguya is the most incredible work they've produced. This fairy tale's deceptively simple plot is about a magical nymph who asks her suitors to complete a series of impossible jobs. Yet the story hides deeper lessons for adults, but kids will have just as much fun with it. There's action, romance, family drama, but the real star is the animation. Blurring the lines between hand-painted watercolors and traditional animation, it feels like the wall of a museum coming to life. Even when he makes a children's film, Hayao Miyazaki is known for pouring on heavy themes. But Ponyo is a whimsical exception. Easily the studio's most commercial title, Ponyo still deals with themes of longing. But its brightly colored animation keeps the affair lighthearted. A little boy finds a strange goldfish in the ocean and brings it home. But Ponyo isn't just a goldfish, she's the princess of an underwater kingdom, and her family is looking for her. Full of rolling action sequences and jaw-dropping ocean animation, Ponyo is a delightful riff on the Little Mermaid legend. If you'd like to be pedantic, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind technically wasn't a Studio Ghibli film. Its success led to the foundation of the studio, and it was retroactively added to the official Ghibli catalog upon re-release. Set on a post-apocalyptic Earth, the film follows a princess who longs for a way to communicate with the mutants. When a strange ship crashes in the Valley of the Wind, Nausicaa finds herself in a battle against powerful forces to protect a mutant insect that might be the savior of Earth. Miyazaki's rare sci-fi film is a genre masterpiece. At number 7 on our list, Kiki's Delivery Service is a children's film about a witch dealing with entrepreneurism and creative block. 13-year-old Kiki is training to become a full witch. With the help of her black cat, she opens a delivery service running errands for people on her broom. Of course, success doesn't keep a teenager from losing her confidence. Kiki is forced to grow as a person if she wants to keep her powers. Funny, light, yet full of depth, Kiki's Delivery Service is an undeniable heartwarmer. Number 6 is a bit of an outlier. While HBO Max got the streaming rights to most of the Studio Ghibli catalog, Hulu is currently the place to stream the heartbreaking film Grave of the Fireflies. A teenager and his baby sister fight to survive after an American firebombing destroys their city in World War II Japan. This full-throated examination of the horrors of war still manages to inject some of the Studio Ghibli magic into an otherwise pitch-black tale. However, these moments of wonder are equally met by the unrelenting horror that our heroes face. Grave of the Fireflies is possibly the saddest anime ever made, but it's a timeless, powerful story. For Sophie, running a hat shop is more than just a boring job. It's a symbol of her late father. Then she meets Howl, a wizard who lives in a magical, traveling castle, unlike anything in her ordinary life. A romance quickly forms until an evil witch takes notice and casts a premature aging spell on Sophie. Now it's up to Howl to utilize every magic trick he's got to return Sophie to her true form. Howl's Moving Castle sounds simple on paper, but it's a deeply nuanced story about loss, love, and mystical architecture. Number 4 in our stack rank is Castle in the Sky, a thrilling family adventure about two friends who team up to discover a legendary flying castle before pirates beat them to it. Blending steampunk with fantasy, Castle in the Sky carves impossible images onto the screen. Part Star Wars, part fairy tale, it's a smart children's film for when your kids are ready to tackle more advanced subjects. Even the most extreme moments in Studio Ghibli's catalog are usually still fit for family viewing. But number 3 on our list, Princess Mononoke, is a furious exception. This PG-13 anime classic is easily the most violent film Miyazaki ever made, but behind its rage is a message about the ecological disaster humanity wreaks upon Earth. Rather than preach, it questions the very morality of destroying the world we live in. That it makes a powerful point, with plenty of epic monster battles, is just part of its magic. Putting My Neighbor Totoro second on our list feels like a betrayal to one of animation's finest children's films. This hilarious yet deeply powerful story about how children deal with life's disruptions follows two little girls as they move to a new home in the country. Slowly adjusting to their new life while their mother recovers from an unknown illness, our heroes meet a forest spirit who soothes their adjustment period. Is Totoro an imaginary friend conjured up by two hurting children? Is he actually a guide to a world of magic? The filmmakers leave major clues, but no clear answers. After all, childhood is as much about believing as it is about knowing. Number 1 on our list is the only film that could edge out The Mighty Totoro. It is Miyazaki's undeniable masterpiece, Spirited Away. During a family trip, Chihiro and her parents come across a blocked tunnel. Setting off to find a way around, the family stumbles upon an abandoned amusement park that holds mysteries both wondrous and fearful. Deeper into the park is a land of lost gods and supernatural surprises. Stuck between Earth and the afterlife, Chihiro works to earn her freedom or be trapped forever. The hand-drawn animation is an artistic triumph, but the real magic of Spirited Away is how it completely absorbs viewers of all ages into the folds of its epic fairy tale. There you have it, the definitive rankings of all 22 Studio Ghibli films. Which movies are you going to stream first? Which ones should have been higher on this list? Be sure to share your rankings and your favorites in the comments section below. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more streaming guides in the future. Still not sure what to binge tonight? Check out our other lists, guides, and streaming tips linked right here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.